So good morning, Herlock friends. I hope you had a wonderful Easter yesterday. I'm sorry you weren't able to get together with all of your friends and family, but I hope you had a good time with the family at your house and you're staying home and safe. See if I can get some light on this. Okay, so I was going to do a peach cobbler activity because today is National Peach Cobbler Day, but guess what? There's no peaches in the store. So we're going to do a chemical reaction. And we're going to make milk and vinegar plastic. And you might be able to use some of your leftover coloring from dyeing your Easter eggs. Now, the first time I tried this, I used my iPad and it ran out of space and cut off. So I've already curdled the milk. So what you need is you need a cup of milk. It has to be warmed up in the microwave to very warm but not boiling. So you need to get an adult to help you with that part. And then 4 tablespoons of vinegar, which I've already poured in here. And then you're going to watch it curdle for a while. And so it's been curdling for about 2 minutes while I switched from my iPad to my iPhone. And then we're going to drain it with a strainer, or strain it. We're going to stir it around just a little bit, and we're going to strain it in here to get the liquid off. And I'm doing this quite quickly because I don't want to run out of storage space or battery. Okay, there we go. So it's draining. Now I would let that sit and drain. You can move it around a little bit, but not too much because you don't want to push the protein through. See what happened when you poured that vinegar in is the protein, the vinegar bound itself to the protein. And then the liquid or the water separated. So you don't want to push too much of the protein through. So I would just let it drip like that for a while, like 5 or 10 minutes. Now I don't have 5 or 10 minutes to do that. So I'm going to set it aside. But after you do that, then you pour it out on your napkin or paper towels and you dab it. So here's some that I did this morning. And so you'll just dab it like this, flip it over until you get it nice as dry as you can so that you can handle it. Because when it comes out of there, it's going to be still pretty mushy. So you might have to put it on a couple different paper towels. So layer them up and then put it on one and then put it on another. Now these are just little itty bitty pieces. Because I was doing tests, I didn't want to use a whole cup of milk. So I used 1/4 cup of milk. So my 4th and 5th graders are working really hard on their fractions. My 3rd graders are even working on fractions. So if you could do 1/4 cup of milk, or you could do 1/2 cup of milk just to do a little bit and see if it works. Or you could double it. You could do 2 cups of milk. Well, how much vinegar would you have to use if you cut down the milk or made it more, doubled it? So after it dries up enough that you can pick it up like this. This is white. That's with no coloring. At this point, you can put some either food coloring or Easter egg coloring. I didn't have that. I used beet juice. And I got a nice light pink here. I just put a little bit of juice in. I didn't want to add too much more liquid. And then you can roll it out. Whoops! You can roll it out and use a cookie cutter, or you can just make your own shape. Now the thing is, you have to let this dry for days, like 2 days or 3 days, because it's not plastic yet. It's still soft and it has to dry. All that moisture has to come out. So you have to if you want to hang it, put a hole in it now, because you won't be able to put a hole in it when it gets hard. So put your hole in it now if you want to hang it, and then just sit it to dry somewhere where it won't be disturbed. My phone isn't hitting where my iPad hit. Put it somewhere where it won't be disturbed, and then just check on it every day. But let it dry for a good 2 or 3 days. And then you'll have your little plastic ornament. So have fun. Miss you guys so much. Mwah. Bye-bye.